guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa. Today I'm doing page 4 in my December daily. I'm using this set of SVG files which you can find in my Etsy store if you're interested. And I'm also using this set of scrapbook papers which are also available in my Etsy store if you're interested. But of course you could make this project using any type of scrapbook paper you have. I've just found it incredibly difficult to find anything that I wanted to use because there's just not much available where I am at the moment. Shipping is terrible and we just seem to not have very much. So I sort of designed some that I was happy to use myself. So I'm using this set of SVG files, and this is the set of SVG files for day 4. I've already cut out all my bits. For the red bits under here, they're the pieces that I've cut out of cardstock, and this is the cardstock that I'm using. It's 65 pound or 176 GSM white cardstock, and it's letter size, which means that I can run it through my printer and print any of these designs directly onto my cardstock if I want to. But I have been using this paper as my mats, so the green pieces here my mats that I've cut out of the scrapbook paper, and this yellow bit here is actually a transparency. So all of this comes in the day 4 files. So let's just get on and start making it. So these here are little leaves, and I'm going to make a little wreath today. So I've already cut out all my leaves. So I've cut out all of those leaves, and what I did was I printed this green onto a piece of paper. I think I printed it on 100 GSM paper, which is just slightly thicker than normal copy paper weight. And I printed it on both sides just so, you know, I didn't have any white bits showing up. So I've got all of my little leaves here, and I've just shaped them a bit. I'm not an expert at the shaping by any means. I've got a piece of craft, what is this, rubber stuff? What is, I've completely forgotten what it is. Anyway, that, I've got some of that, and actually got 2 pieces just stuck together, a couple of pieces. And then I've got this ball tool, and all I did was go around them to just like this, and then sort of out to the side just to get a bit of shape. And I'll probably play with the shape a little bit more when I stick it on the page as well. So I'm not really sure how it's going to pan out, but we're going to give it a go. I also went around the edges of all my little leaves with just a little bit of gold ink from this little gold ink pad. So I just went like this all the way around my leaves, just so I got rid of that sort of white edge. So that's all my leaves done, and I don't know, I think there's about 48 little leaves. So there they all are. There's probably less now. There's probably some floating around on the floor as well. And then what else do we have? We have this page here, which has got the hole cut out of it, which I've cut out of cardstock. So that's this one here. It's got the score lines on it already. So you just have to attach the lines to the piece. If you're using Cricut Design Space, you need to attach these lines to your piece. Well, first of all, you make them score lines, then you attach them to this actual piece here, and then when you cut it out, it'll have those score lines already attached. So all I've done is just fold them over and use my bone folder to get a sharper crease. So that's one with my hole in it. I've also cut out one of the base pages. So this base page, something stuck to that. This base page comes with all of the SVG files as well. So I've cut one of those out, and that's this one here. It's just quite plain. And then we go back to the page 4. This yellow piece I've cut out transparency, so that's my transparency here. I've got stuff stuck to everything. Okay, and then I've cut out the writing here that says deck the halls. So I've cut out the offset in black cardstock. I just think it helps to make it stand out a little bit more. And then the actual writing pieces themselves I've cut out of this red glitter cardstock. So I've got my Deck the Halls. Of course you don't have to put that on, I just thought it was fun. Deck the halls, halls the deck. So I've cut those out already and I've glued them down together so that they're all ready to go. And then this is the piece that I'm going to use on the back side of my page. So it is a frame that looks like this. So the top section is a snowflake frame, which I've cut out of gold glitter. Yeah, I feel like at Christmas time you just can't use enough glitter. And then the base piece, which is this red piece here, I've just cut out of the a white paper that comes in the scrapbook paper pack. So that is all ready to go, and I've already just gone ahead and glued it on just to save a bit of time. And then I have cut out some mats. So for this one here, I've cut out a mat, and I've decided to just use the plain white paper again. It's just got this little little squiggly line that runs through it. So I've cut that one out, and then I've also cut out the little skinny bit that goes down the side. And then on the back side we're going to have this base page, so I've cut out the mat for that and the skinny mat for that as well. So that's all my pieces. Now we just get to put them together. So I think the first thing to do is probably to attach this piece of transparency on here. So this is going to be my front side of my page, and so I'm just going to turn it over, and I want to put this on my back side like so. I think I'll just use a bit of glue. I mean, you could use tape or anything you like, but I'm just going to run around here with some glue. So this page is going to have the opportunity to have a side insert that can go in it. So we can put a picture on the insert, and we'll be able to see it through the frame. And then we could do some journaling or something on the back of that insert. I'm just going to find myself a rag. That one's really filthy. I've been procrastinating all day on recording. I really want to show you guys, but recordings, I don't know, it's hard. I feel like I might mess it up. So I'm just wiping that excess glue off so I don't get it everywhere. So I just kind of put it off. You know, I've had all the pieces cut out and ready to go. Just getting to it. Okay, so there's our transparency on there. And then I'm going to attach this piece here, this page to this page here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this side piece in, and I'm going to attach it along here, not to this piece but to this piece here. So it forms a little pouch, I suppose. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. And then I'm going to try and line it up. So I'm going to try and match up. I'm going to try and match up these little round corners, I think. If I match that up, then we should be right with that. About like that. It's done now. Okay, we'll flip that over. So I just want to make sure that that bends still, and it's pretty good. I mean, I could just press that over and give it a little helping hand. That's where we're going to attach all our pages together at the end, whether you put them in a scrapbook album or you use album rings, or I'm thinking about some kind of binding, but I haven't quite decided yet. Okay, so then we can just fold these tabs in at the top and the bottom, and that will make our little pocket page. So that one and this one. Okay. So I ordered some art glitter glue. I lashed out and ordered some, and I'm just still waiting for it to come, but I'm pretty excited about giving it a go. But what the glue that I'm using right now is Tiger Grip glue by Helmer, and in Australia I just get that from Spotlight. But you should definitely use whatever glue you like to use. So I use this Tiger Grip glue for the construction sort of bits like this, and then I use just a clear craft glue by Crafter's Choice, and I just put it in these little bottles. And these little bottles came from Officeworks, and some of the lovely ladies in my Facebook group told me about those bottles, and they're fabulous. Okay, so there's our little pocket page, and so now I can just put this mat on top now. So this mat's going on here, and then this one's going to go down this side on this flappy bit. So if you wanted to, you could be distressing the edges of your paper and such, but I decided I was going to try and do something clean. Well, as clean as I can manage anyway. So no distressing. But I did want to mention that a lot of papers in this scrapbook paper have got white backgrounds, and one of the reasons for the white background is that if you wanted to print the paper onto say coffee stain paper or something, then you could make this as a sort of a vintage December daily by using printing on old paper or book pages or coffee stain paper, because they have a lot of white backgrounds. I think that could work. Right, I'm just going to spin this around so I can try and line it up along here. See how I went. Needs to come right back over here. So this mat actually fits around this frame perfectly. There's no offset because you're not going to see it anyway. So I think that'll be okay. Not that you can really see it. You can see the mucky mark I've got there. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this one here down the side. It's not necessary to use this. I could have done with a bit more glue down there. You could use washi tape down here. Again, I don't have any washi tape. Couldn't find any. It's probably in the store now, but it wasn't when I went looking. A lot of the scrapbook paper has you know, scenes or something on it that wasn't necessarily what I was looking for, but you might have more success finding something that'll work. I do have this set of scrapbook paper that I bought from Christmas last year, but I can't cut it up yet. I can't bring myself to. Okay, and then on this side we can pop this mat down on here as well. Let's do that. So I think this would look quite cute if you'd printed it onto book page or coffee stain paper, something like that. I might have to do that for something else. Another Christmas project, perhaps. And then, you know, if you distress the edges and things, I think that would look really good. Okay, so I've got that mat on, and then this one. So on most of these pages, on the front side of most of these pages, I've got a sort of a more fancy design, and then on the back side, I've generally got something a little less busy. Not always, but so on this one, I'm just putting a frame. On some of the other ones, I've just put pockets. just because, you know, not every page needs to be the hero. And because we, you know, it's going to be a big album. It's 16 pages in total. So then I'm just going to pop this one on here, and I think I'll just, it's pretty much, you know, just needs to be centered. So I'll just put some glue on here. So if you already had your photo ready for this page, of course you could cut your photo out of this backing sheet and then just pop your snowflake frame on top. I think that'd look fabulous, but because I'm making this before December, I'm not going to do that. But because I wanted to do this album before December so you could see it. But that's definitely something you could do. If you printed a full page photo and then cut out this backing mat to this frame out of the photo, I think that'd look fabulous. Okay, then we're just going to pop this down, and that's really it for this page. Nice and simple. Press that down, and like that. Okay, so then we can just start on with our wreath on this side. So we've got the glittery frame there. So to make my wreath, all I'm going to do is find my tweezers. I find it easier to use my tweezers. They're in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Okay, so then I'm just going to grab each of my little leaves, and I don't know, I think they might need to be shaped a bit like that maybe. I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on this little section here. If we need to shape some, we've got our little shaper things here. And I'm just going to start gluing them down. So it actually doesn't take too long once you start. I just put a little bit of glue on there. And then I'm just going to pop my little leaf down on here. And it might be sticking up at a weird angle, but we can sort that out later. So then I'm just going to grab my next one. I'm just going to, whoops, get that out of the way. I'm just going to pop it under here, like so. Whoop. Give it a little press. And I'm just going to do this all the way around. And there's should be enough leaves to go all the way around, and then some left to sort of pad things out a little bit. So I'll just do this. I might speed it up a little bit to save you having to watch me put 48 leaves on here. And I'll come back once I've done that. Okay, so now I've gone all the way around once. I still have lots of leaves left. So now I'm just going to go around and insert some leaves to fill it out a little bit more in places. Right, so that's my little wreath finished. So I'm thinking about other ways that I might embellish it. I've got some ribbon here, and I was thinking I could tie some kind of a bow and maybe pop a bow or something in here, but it takes me forever to tie a bow. I tried in a previous video to tie a bow. It was terrible. So I think I'm going to have to Google some bow tying tutorials so that I can, you know, make some bows and maybe put a few bows on there. The other thing I was thinking is I've got some really pretty stickles. Let me see. I've got some stickles here. This is my favourite one. It's platinum. So I was thinking I could put some little dots of stickles around, but I'll do that bit of the embellishing later because I'm really indecisive when it comes to embellishing. So then the only other thing is I'm going to just decide where my writing is going to go. So I think I was going to do it something like this, deck the halls. I was thinking I was going to put halls down here. I'll just have to shuffle my little leaf over a bit, but that'll be fine. And seeing as we've already got a bit of volume, I might even use my little pop dot thingies here and pop them up. So I'm just going to pop some of these on the back. I don't do this very often, but it's kind of fun when it looks like it's floating. And as we already have a bit of volume on the page, what's a bit more? So I'll just go ahead and do this, and then I'll just be back. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've just stuck my little bits of text on there, Deck the Halls. I like it a lot. I definitely feel like I want to put some bows or something along there. And then on the back side we've got that frame which is all ready to go. So that was a pretty simple page for today with the wreath on it. So in day 5's set of files, there is an insert, and so I've already cut out one of those inserts, so that's just going to slide in here. So that will fit in here. Well, it will if I make room for it. So on this we could put a photo, we could do some journaling on the back, or put some more photos, or whatever you want to do really. So we can pop that one in there just like that. It doesn't hang out that much, it's stuck. There we go. So that is our day 4 page for my December daily. So thanks very much for watching today. I hope you come back and see some of the other pages and maybe find some inspiration for your own December daily. Thanks very much, and see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye. Bye.